All right, welcome back. So we are going to talk about formatting the essay now, or actually clicking on the document and filling it in. I'm not talking about just the words, but I am talking about actually what it looks like. So let me show you. All right, so formatting is basically what we're going to talk about today. So when you're ready to begin, that means you have your outline pretty much ready to go. You're ready to do all this stuff. Open up the already formatted essay from Google Classroom, and it's in the classwork. I should say classwork, not classroom. You're going to click and replace the space holders with information about your university. I know it's going to seem a little tricky at first, and you just need to follow the directions. If you ever do something that everything disappears, make sure you just hit undo. You can either do Control Z undoes, or you go up to the toolbar and you look for Edit Undo. Okay, Control Z, big important thing. So I'm going to demonstrate how to do that in a minute. And here's the thing about our essays. For 8th grade, you need to learn how to insert images and insert graphs and charts to help your reader to better understand your words. So I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So let's go ahead and I will go over to, let's see. I'm going to demonstrate, and here is what it's going to look like. When you are ready to work, you're going to open up the college project essay. Up in the top, it's going to say sample. Well, mine says sample. Yours is going to have your name and then college project essay. So the first thing you need to understand is these are all what's called space holders. So if you click and drag over the space holder, and then you can, once it's highlighted like that, you can type. So I'm going to go ahead with my practice university, Mount Holyoke College. Okay, and you see that all I did was click on it and change it. For the picture, you can click on it, and when you click on it, you get those little blue lines around with the squares. And then you're going to go up to where it says, where the little picture is. And if you already have a picture somewhere, either in your Google Drive or on your computer, you can just upload it from here. Make sure that the blue area, or that the picture is with the little molecules there, or the atoms, is clicked, because if not, it's going to put a picture on top of it and you'll have to go back and erase. So if it's clicked already, you can also search the web, and I already went ahead and searched for Mount Holyoke. And here's a bunch of different pictures that are already on the internet. I think I'm going to go with one of these from up here. This one, it's an older picture, but I do like it. And when you click on it, at the bottom, you just click Insert, and it's going to change the picture out. Now, it also made it smaller because the original size of it is smaller. So I'm going to click the corner and make it bigger. If I click on the corner, you'll see the little arrow comes up, and I can make it bigger. If you click one of the side boxes, you're going to end up stretching it, and it's going to look really odd. So never do that. Always go to the corner and make sure you have a little black arrow that's going to stretch it. All right, so now I'm going to click out of it, and now you'll see that I have the university's picture, and this is my cover page. I'm also going to go to the space holder, and you're going to do this click and drag, and you're going to type your own name, and then you need to change the date. Oh, actually, well, depending on what date you have, 05, and then who knows what day. It's due on the 15th, so we'll just put that for now. And then your grade and your class should always be underneath that, and then your teacher's name. So it'll be your name here instead of Mrs. Poliza. It needs to be your first and last name. Make sure you capitalize the first letter of your name and the first letter of your last name. Make sure you have a date. You could also do this if you want to, just to make it look a little bit more professional. And then when you go to the next page, you need to do the same thing where the space holders are. College, sorry. All right, now you have a bunch of space holders. Again, these are nonsense words. Some of them are Latin, but not all of them. But it already says introduction here for you. And then you have body 1. Now, depending on what your outline said, maybe body 1, and I'll see if I can find my outline here. Sorry, that's my notes. My outline in body 1, I'm going to talk about the history and background. So when I go back to it, I'm going to do all caps, history and background. Ooh, see how that worked out? And then my second one is going to be costs. And then I think I said either student life or campus life. I'll go back and look. And then I already have my conclusion. So I don't have my words written yet. I'm going to work on that. But after I do that, I'm going to try to import pictures and charts. So I think for my history and background, I'm going to put my cursor right here at the end of the paragraph for now. So the cursor is the little thing that that's flashing. And then I'm going to go up to, let me go back. I'm going to go to Insert Image. And if you could also, of course, go here where it has the image. And then I am going to look and see if I can find the Mount Holyoke founder. Oops. So the founder is Mary Lyons. I know that. And let's see if I can find, oh, look, here's a picture of her right here. So I'm going to go ahead and insert that picture. And you're going to see that it puts her down here, and it like throws all the rest of the text to the bottom. But we have a trick that we can do here. This is on Google Docs. If you click on the picture, you'll see the blue lines that go around again. Well, I'm going to make her a little smaller because she is kind of big for the page. But underneath her, there are 3 choices I have. I can either have her in the line, which is what it's doing. It's just putting her on the text line. But I can also do something called wrap text, and that's what I want to do. I want to select wrap text. So now I can move her picture up, and I can make it smaller. And when I type my history and background, all of the words are going to go around the picture. And I think that's going to look really nice. So let me show you again. So maybe for costs, I want to include, you need to include at least 1 graph. So let's go ahead and see if we can find anything. Sometimes you can't, and you have to go to the internet. Mount Holyoke tuition chart. I'm just going to put chart and see what happens. Wow, that didn't work for me, huh? Tuition, maybe graph. I don't know, let's see. Nope, still didn't work. So I might have to go to the internet for that. So I'm going to go to Google, and just wait for it to pop up here. And I'm going to actually have to type in Mount Holyoke College tuition chart. You could also, let's go tuition and fees, let's see what happens. You can also import like demographics or any kind of chart or graph you want. Now I'm going to go to images to see if it actually, oh great, it doesn't give me, here we go, at the bottom. Let's see, wow, that's a lot of information. That's way too confusing. So let's see if I can, nope, still nothing. All right, let me go to the website. I may have to just go to tuition and financial aid and see if they have a chart. Let's see, tuition costs. So I clicked here. Aha, here is a chart right here. Now, here's the problem. I could copy this. I could, and let me see if it works. I'm going to do Control-C, and then I'm going to go back to my essay, and I'm going to hit Control-V. Oh, it did. All right, so the only problem is going to be this didn't import as a picture. And how do I know? Because there's no blue lines around it. So you have a couple of choices. You can leave it like that and just have the words above it. It'll just have a bigger space. That's okay. It's all right. Or, let's see. I'm going to put a border around it. Oh, no, I didn't. I wanted to make the border darker. Let's see. I'm sure that there's a way to make it darker. I just don't have time to do it because see the lines are white. But I could also go back to Mount Holyoke, and I could back to the tuition and financial aid. And what I could do is I could take a little screenshot. I believe on a Chromebook, you hit down the control key and then there's like a little square with a couple of lines next to it. But I think that does a whole screenshot. Depending on your computer, if you can just take a screenshot of that section, it'll save it and then it'll let you put it in as a picture. So however you want to do it, at least I do have now one graph in here. Woohoo! And then I might want to put one more picture for campus life. Let's see, maybe I can go back to pictures, search the web. Let's see, we're going to go ahead and put Mount Holyoke campus life and see if we have some pictures. We have some people running. I don't know why University of Oregon came up. So always be careful and make sure that it's actually from the right campus. I will say that I remember seeing a really nice picture on the university's website. So I may have to go to Mount Holyoke. Oh, you know, it's a separate window. I don't know if it's popping up for you. That's not good. Hang on. Now I'm gonna have to show you where I saw it. Click on financial aid, and this is where I got the chart in case you couldn't see it, because I guess it doesn't copy the windows. But I also I kind of like that picture, but if I go back to admissions, is it this one? No. Let's see, traditions. There's one really awesome picture that I really liked about campus life. And actually, even any of these pictures are fine. I could copy one of these pictures. And you can copy the image. If you're on the Chromebook, you may not be able to do that. You may have to save the image, and I don't know if you can save it on a Chromebook. You might have to figure out a way to do that. But if you are able to save it, oops, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. That was 2016 or 2017. If you are able to save it, you can get it into your essay. So however you end up adding it in there, you want to have at least 3 pictures in addition to the cover page. So in the text, you need to learn how to wrap it around. And again, you do this and you click the wrap around in the middle and the text will wrap around. Now, once you get started on typing, you're going to see that the letters are going to wrap all the way around the text. Okay, so hopefully this helps you. And there goes my dog again. And it helps you to get started and at least have a good understanding of what's going to be expected. All right, guys, well, may the force be with you once again, as I said, and get to work. Have a good time.